Hello everybody and welcome to round 21 of the GP2 here in Season 6. I'm your host, Son of Martins, for today, and I'm joined by my co-commentator, Mad G. Mad G, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing absolutely brilliant. This is going to be a good one tonight. Both championships already wrapped up. This is just basically for on and out what happens around here on the Yas Marina circuit. But no, this is really good. Me and you teaming up yet again, champions as we are. Put that out there. But no, it's going to be a good one tonight. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. And talking about champions, last week, of course, James Braden secured a championship here in GP2. He won it in front of Jay Bogan, who is in P2. Jay Gainwown is in P3. Danton is in P4. Lazard is in P6, P5. I'm sorry. Then we have Sansuich in P6. Chon is in P7. Stam in P8. Laronix in P9. Mike Bart in P10. Mike Bundy in P11. Langfiel in P12. Aju in P13. King David in P14. Baboonja in P15, Ajit Trayman in P16, and Irish Clouded Potato in P17. Then going on to the Constructors Championship, G, if you can take it over from here.
I do have them right here in front of me. So apart from James Braden obviously taking the title as well, Mercedes also took that Constructors title as well. So, so in first place you do have the Mercedes with 415 points. McLaren, obviously in second with 363. Then you have Toro Rosso in 280. Williams in 269. So third place is not yet sealed. And then you got the Red Bulls on 217. Then the Haas on 192. Alfa Romeo on 151. Then you've got the Ferraris on 56. Racing Points 51. And last but not least, the surprise of Renault in 38 points.
So the two biggest prizes of the season are already taken. The two championships are gone already. But there is something at stake today. That it is the win today at Abu Dhabi, and I think it is a very nice circuit to drive at.
It is a really good circuit. I mean, like I said, we had a cracking race on Monday. It's one of these technical tracks where there's flowing corners, then there's basically point and shoot corners. There's fast straights. It's a technical circuit. It's basically how you're going to set your car up to go around here. Do you run high downforce, low downforce? You're going to run stiffer or suspension or soft suspension. It's one of those where you have to be absolutely spot on, because if you ain't, turn 3 is going to gobble you up and spit you out.
It will. Sector 1 is very difficult. Oh, Noah is already disqualified from blocking the pit lane. That's not the debut he wanted to make.
It's not. I didn't actually quite see that, unfortunately, and I don't know why that's how or even how it's happened. I'm not sure, unless I want to try and do a practice start to come out of there. I'm not 100% sure, but
me neither. But yeah, it's not good news for the reserve today, who is making his debut in SFR.
It is. Someone's just done quote unquote Shadow Britain from last season. Last season when he basically blocked the pit lane.
Hopefully Noah wasn't watching the stream. Otherwise, otherwise we have someone else to make fun of for the next season.
Indeed. Well, I say, but then again, next season is going to be totally different, with it being a whole brand new game as well. And Sanchez and the Ferrari, they're getting a bit closer. Maybe they're both on outlaps. They're definitely trying to get some space, at least. But let's see who's first on track. What it is, and it's not Adam.
It's Fawad.
Fawad racing the number 13, which seems to be a prominent number with a lot of people. Everyone loves to sport the Pastor Maldonado number. So it'll be interesting as he comes through the hotel complex.
It was very interesting.
Awesome.
Ooh, almost touches the wall already. So maybe
you got to be careful of that wall.
That wall took out some people yesterday as well.
Looks like we do have a late entry, so there will be 17 races as the one and only Sonic Hawk will be joining the race. She won't be taking
That's
part in
very
qualifying,
good.
she'll be starting from the back. So he's jumping around for me a bit. I don't know if
Yeah, I have the
Firewall.
same. It's not your connection, luckily. But here's the first one out on a lap. We have almost everyone going out on the softs. Only 3 people on mediums. There is Electro Dan, Mike Bundy, and Punchy in Heat.
And
Yeah, that's
something is definitely going awry here because Fawad was coming through the chicane and felt like it was about to hit the wall. So
yeah. I'm watching here Paul right now. He's also making his debut today. He is a friend of Noah, and they're both teammates in another league where they're really dominating that league. And yeah, it seems like J. Paul is now also lagging through him or something. So something is wrong with the connection of Fawad. Hopefully he
it
can fix
seems
that
so.
before the
It
race.
seems so, wouldn't it? He's obviously backed off. I'm not. That is unbelievable lag from one person. They must be struggling like crazy. But then again, your connection can go down to what country you're from as well.
Yeah,
As we know, the likes of I say you have the run up, who
Sonic
can lag
Hawk.
every now and again. Sonic Hawk and Xander as well.
Yeah,
Well,
G-Man.
Xander being from South Africa, G-Man, and of course Sonic Hawk. So all depending on from where you're from, it can affect your game. So for them, they must be seeing it
Oh, and
fine
there's a
and seeing everyone
Mercedes
being
on
done.
the pit lane, or on the start finish straight. Sanchowicz takes provisional pole position with a 134.9, where
On
a
the
star
start
is
finish
born.
straight, that is Mike Bundy.
Ooh,
He's lost a bit of an end plate. He lost his front left end plate.
yes, he did.
Uh, Apart from G. Paul and Fawad, with the 2 new starters, we've also got a star is born. Could be predominant, we just never know. But
Yeah,
obviously they're currently sitting third as Dantan did make the fast lap of 34.1.
already 5 tenths quicker than the previous fastest lap, so Danton is already pushing it very hard. Well,
What
J
was it?
Double has left the session, so hopefully he can get back into it.
Chain Game goes into second place, so close from Chain Game at
Very close.
34.430. Ryan Van Doom pops himself into sixth, so Dylan McLaren up there as well with 36.1. We do have the other Red Bull Langfeld coming over the line. Maybe not. So
No,
they're
he's
doing the
just
full top lap now.
starting
They
his
must have
lap.
been on our lap.
Yeah.
So everyone is currently on laps in at the moment. So let's go all the way back because you have the other end is, I believe, Santowicz is ahead of this queue.
Yeah, they're all
And
on in laps, I think.
they're all on in laps. Langfield's just starting the back straight now. I believe, it's Mr. Punchy in the heat, who's going to be the next
He
fitter to come across the
invalidated
line.
already.
And he's invalidated his lap. Well, and he's got no front wing,
Oh,
or very little of it. He's running the, as Mr. JB would say, the HRT front wing, as it never used to actually have one. So,
so Langford will be the first one, I think, to finish his lap.
so let's just look at the track map data. We have a Williams, but that's a chain game, and he's already set a lap. He's got by McLaren behind him with, I believe it is actually Langfeld, TNR Langfeld, who's actually changed teams halfway through the season. Um,
He just set a purple sector 2 as well, so he is pushing it.
this is going to be a fast one. Not sure why Langfeld left the original team he was with. I actually can't remember who he was with. Fancy that. Let's see how he does here. Coming through the final section.
In 3 mode ERS, so on
Definitely
high.
saving quite a bit. Yeah, he's definitely on the side, so he must have had it in a hot lap at some point.
And he is putting in 135.2, putting him into P6 at the moment.
That's not a bad lap. It's a good
It
thing I'm not
isn't.
racing here tonight because I'd get my rear end handed to me.
The
These guys
next
are
one
fast.
to set a lap is Pee Wee Stockwin, also a new guy,
It's
I
PW
think.
Stockwin, yeah, the Ferrari driver, racing in a number 19. Everyone seems to be running 19 and 13 or 22. Oh yeah, could be
So we're
Felipe
gonna
Massa.
watch him on his first lap.
He is on his first lap. We also realised we've got Pro Oliver in here as well, racing from GP4 tonight. Same as Ryan Van Diem, who was very quick on Monday. He is currently sitting in 7th place with a 36-1. He's going to be sitting in the pits at the moment.
Yeah, he is racing his 3rd race in a row, just as Punchu in heat, so they like driving around here, I think. And they're just helping out the divisions to get as much numbers in as they can.
I raced the entire week once at Russia. Never again. Never again. It drains you mentally. It's so tiring to do that many races all in one go. Which is why I'm just sticking to this league now. I'm not going anywhere else. It's just too much of my time.
Stockwin about to cross the sector 2 point, and he sets also purple sector. Of course, we still have the sector 2 glitch. We don't know if it's really a purple sector. That's very annoying, to be fair.
It is very annoying, but it's happened in so many races where everyone is so fast in sector 2. Everyone gets purple on sector 2s. F1 drivers eat your heart out.
I like his helmet design of Stockwin.
It is. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? But obviously the black outlines, the white and the red. It's very prominent.
I know you be fast. What's he gonna do? No, P4, 34.9.
500ths of a second behind Sanchowitz, but near enough 2/10 quicker than the Star is Born and G-Pole in 6th place. Who else is on a lap right now? We do have, I think that's Langfeld coming through the back straight.
Dan is about to finish his lap. He's gonna take provisional pole position with a 134.3.
Where did Electro Dan come from?
Yeah, that came out of nothing.
I know, I don't usually see Electro Dan in the Toro Rosso. He's either driving a Renault or he's in a Red Bull. So seeing him in a Toro Rosso was it caught me off guard, that one did. But well done to Electro Dan. It's really good. I mean, he's one of the guys that've been around here for a long time. He's been in and out of the season, Prem and GP2 all the seasons. So it is really nice to see the guy drive. It really is.
King David, next one to cross the line in the racing point. He is one of the guys that doesn't really can find the rhythm in GP2.
No, King David
to get into the points. Oh, and he invalidates his lap
as well. King David's also another funny one as well. As he's been around a while. I mean, he could have been in a contender spot last season, but just missed so many races. And came back to start this season, disappeared, and he's come back at the end of the season. So it's quite interesting why this has all happened. Sometimes I don't know what goes through these drivers' heads at the time. They always jump in and out of the races. It's a bit of a weird one. So let's see.
It's Mike Bundy. Mike Bundy is about to cross the line. What will he do? P5 for the champion of Mercedes. 34.
Champion of Mercedes. About to say that's not the right guy.
Not a driver's championship, but he is champion as well, of course.
But you look how close it is here. Bundy, Sanchowitz, and Stockwin have all done 34.9s.
Dan is 5/10 up on his time. Sorry to interrupt you, but he is about to get into the 133s. And
he's just cut every single corner coming. Wait, no, huh?
No, that's Langfield. I think Langfield gave him a slipstream on the straight. That's why he's so much up on his time now.
That would explain it. I think Langfield's just cutting every corner to get to the pits.
Langfield is on an outlap, so that's kind of straight. Or it is that he has damage already. Oh, Danton invalidates in the penultimate corner.
And he's dropped into the pit, and I think he's just jumped into the pit as Langfeld's gone to start one. And
Chain Game is now in sector 3, P3 at the moment. Well, Gabe Poller goes into P5 with 134.7. Good lap from him.
That's a great lap. Really is a great lap. What can the train game of the chain game do?
Can the Flying Dutchman take pole position today? He's going very wide there. He's not validating. He takes provisional pole.
He's got it. He's got it.
Even with that last corner.
34-0. Wow.
But is that gonna be enough to take away his second pole position in a row?
We don't know, but James Braden is about to start his lap. The very familiar white, black, and luminous green. No,
and he's going back into the pits.
Go back into the pits.
That's kind of strange. maybe because there's only 5 minutes remaining.
He's not ready to do it yet. James Braden holding out. The guy that always just seems to come back right at the end, just seems to pop up. Always last to do anything. But obviously, apart from him, King David and Punch You in the Heat, who's all of them are not yet set lap times. And we know Noah will not set a lap time with him being disqualified for an unknown reason.
I have some inside information of the Renault team. It seems like they got the wrong setup of the car of Punch You in Heat, a pre-setup. So Punch You in Heat will be driving with a pre-setup, so that won't be good for him.
Indeed, I just watched Prologue come out of the pit and he nearly binned it. He almost binned it coming out of the coming through underneath the racetrack, almost binned it, and then went very slow up the hill. So that's just someone just gone straight across the track. That was just missing every single corner possible. That's Langfell again.
Yeah, I don't know what he is doing. I think he's trying to get back to the pits as fast as he can, but of course that's against the rules. You're not allowed to cut every
Especially
single
cutting
corner.
those corners. Will he do it here?
Yes, he will, I think.
Yes, he
will.
does. He does cut it.
That's not what we want to see, of course. Sanchowicz is on a lap though, and he was purple in sector 1. Will he also be purple in sector 2? No, but he is 4/10 up on his time.
It's going to be in the 34.5 range.
J. Poller retired, so he is happy enough with his time while we saw Langfield cutting corners in the background. So hopefully Sanchowicz won't be interrupted by this when he's looking behind or something.
No, he is. As I say, Langfeld is cutting every corner. He wants to get back to do another lap. That could be why he's doing it. Must have missed his lap and just wanted to get back as quickly as he could.
What will Sanchowicz do? Will it be provisional pole for him? Will be Belgium on the Netherlands? It will be P4, 34.5.
34.5. I did call it. Well, we've got our lovely Adam Punch You in the Heat, or
with the pre-setup.
With a pre-setup. Why has he got a pre-setup? What's he doing with a pre-setup here? He should know better than that.
It's his third race in a row and he doesn't know how to load up a setup. Come on, Adam. You have to do better than this.
Come on, my teammate for next season. Come on, I expect you to have something here. You'll hopefully be joining me.
When you're going to ask him for a setup, he's just going to say, take balanced.
No, I'll tell you what, there were some cracking battles on Monday. It was good to have one against Adam. You know, I've not had one this season with him, and it was really fun. So hopefully, as I say, I know whatever the game mechanics are for the next one. I'm sure you're still going to be mega quick. As RVD retires from the session, obviously he thinks his time's good enough and realises he can't do nothing more. But I think when it comes to next season, I don't know anything yet about next season. I don't know when the test races are going to happen, or how they're going to happen, or when we're going to actually start the season. All we know is 10th of July, that new game will be out. So unless we're going to be doing test races as soon as humanly possible.
I heard rumours that I think we'll be test racing around 2 or 3 weeks after the new game. So
really, it's a late start.
Yeah,
very late
the drivers first have like to get a feel on the new game. Well, Punch You in Heat goes into P11 with a 136.8.
Well done, Adam. That's not bad for a high downforce setup.
It isn't.
So, James Braden is not going to set a lap.
He's not. He's still in the pit lane. Poor Oliver. What's he gonna do? P12 at the moment. He's finishing his lap. P11. 35.5.
I'll tell you who is on the lap right now, and it's Dantan.
Yes,
Dantan
he is. Just
currently
started.
on a lap. Last season's runner-up, I believe. If I remember correctly.
I'm not sure of that. He says
If I'm
purple
wrong,
in sector 1.
It is purple sector 1. Comes down the back straight, no toe from Langfell. But do all on his own.
Is he gonna improve? Needs to improve around 4/10 to beat that time of chain game. To beat the flying train.
The flying train of the chain game. Choo choo.
Ready for choo choo.
Oh god.
Then coming across sector 3. He's
4
4/10 up.
It's going to be so close.
If he
If he can
keeps this in
find
Sector
another
3...
10, just one more tenth, he's got it. One more tenth, he'll have it. It's going to be so close.
It's gonna be very close, but of course Chain Game himself is on a lap as well at the moment.
We'll
So
get back to Chain Game very
he
shortly.
also has an opportunity.
There's a slow car in front.
It is
Who
Adam.
that is? He best move out of the way. He has
He
done move out of
does.
the way. That's fantastic. It didn't put him off. Dan comes around the fast car.
Is it gonna be provisional point? Yes, it will!
Wow.
33.9. What Chain Game? But Chain Game is 2/10 up on his time.
33.9. We're getting roasted. I can only manage 35s around here. This is embarrassing for me if I was racing.
If Chain Game doesn't.
Stockman goes third at 34. Three thousandths ahead of Electro Dan. He is pushing it. Electro Dan is behind him. Oh, and he's invalidated.
No, Chain Game invalidated. And what will Electro Dan do? He's not very much up on his time, but he can
He's
still
only a little
beat
bit.
the
He's only a little
P3.
bit. But he can
P3
still
is
get
only
himself onto the
3,000.
second row. He can get himself onto the second row. If he can still, he's
that's
gone
very
well wide.
Damn, what's it gonna do? P3!
Here's P3. Look at
Very
30.
close behind Chain Game. 11 thousandths.
We're not finished yet. No, Star is Born has invalidated.
Invalidated.
So is
Mike Bundy.
Mike Bundy's on a lap at the moment. See where he can put himself.
What is he gonna do? Can he put a Mercedes around the top 5?
We'll soon find out. It's not going to be pole. It's too far off.
It's gonna be P5 indeed.
Wow.
34.4.
And then we have a very slow Fawad who has gone into the pit. And there is your top 16. There's your 16 guys. Dantan will take pole with the Williams on the Chain Game. Electro Dan third. When we'll be starting fourth. Bundy and Sanchez, Star is Born and G Pole. Flying fell right in Proliver. Punch you in the heat. Fawad as a 2-runner starter. Your championship winner, James Braden, starting right at the back with Noah, who was disqualified for something I completely missed. And of course we will have Sonic Hawk in as well.
Yes, we also Noah won't be starting last. He still has chances, of course, to let us see what he's made of here in GP2. And it is a track where you can overtake quite easily, but you also can defend very well. But look to that gap of the top 3, only 1/10 between the 3 cars, so this will be a very, very close battle into the race.
It's going to be a cracking race, this is, but all we need to do is watch out for the guy right at the back.
Yes,
One James
the
Braden, the champion. As you know, Jabogan and of course DeJonis not racing here tonight. I think they've finally, accepted defeats and are not entering. Hopefully they'll be back for next season because they're two fantastic drivers.
I have some information of the Mercedes team now. James Braden didn't even attempt to do a lap.
Why?
I think he just wants to start from the back and see where he can come or something as a champion.
So Braden has accepted his own challenge of coming from the back. Well, that's an interesting tactic.
It is.
Don't know why you're doing that, sir, but farewell. Crack on. As I'd like to say, crack on, my old friend.
Yeah, if he believes that can work, it can work, of course.
When it comes to James Braden, I'm
be?
sure anything can work.
Best strategy around here: 2 stops, soft to mediums, in my opinion. You can also do
Soft, medium, soft. To be honest, soft, medium, soft is the more sensible way to go. As we both proved it on Monday night. That and Ryan Van Diem as well. It was extremely quick. Fair play to him. It proves how fast you can go around here. Doing a soft, medium, yes, you can get an early lead, but at the end, when you're on those mediums, you're going to be caught up. Really, really caught up.
Yeah, and it seems like Ryan Van Diem is really loving this track, starting P11 today. Yesterday, he took a podium, reserving into GP3. He finished P3. So it seems like the McLaren man loves this track.
I'll tell you what, Ryan Van Diem was not leaving me alone on Monday. Say that now. So we have 18 drivers, as we totally forgot. I forgot about Dabo.
Yeah, me too.
Oops, sorry, George. Forgot you were here. Not intentionally, by the way. Just actually forgot you were there.
I think we could see a good battle for the points position between King David, Ryan Van Duren, Pro Oliver, Punchy and Heat. Those are, I think, guys are around the same pace and can get a good fight with each other. I think Langfield will be higher up very soon. I believe he can beat the guys in front of him.
Well, you just got to look at the guy right at the back there in 15th place. He set himself a challenge. He thought, nah, stuff qualifying. I've won the title. I'm going to try and pass everyone. If James Braden finishes on the podium, I will ask him, what were you playing at? Why do that to yourself?
I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just that to have the feeling to overtake people, to have a, yeah, I don't know.
Was he really that bored at the front?
Maybe, I don't know how his past races went. Very bad quality for Renault, by the way, P13 and 14.
It is a bit of a shame that they're down that far, but they ain't us, are they? So we'll soon find out. And they do
don't
come
forget
round.
Noah. He is going to be fast as well after that disqualification in quali.
Let's just hope he doesn't stop, sit on the start line. Although we don't want a Shadow Britain Mark II now, do we? It's the last thing we want. But I'm going to sit on Braden in the back here. So I'm going to be very interested in how he proceeds. I love how they all get onto the start-finish straight. They're all cocked to one side because they can't line up straight. It's brilliant.
We have the red lights going on. And for the final time this season, lights are off and we're on the way for 28 laps of racing. It's a very good start for Danton. Seems like Electro there has a better start on Changam. Changam is on the inside. He keeps that P2.
Oh, there's a Toro Rosso's gone round. Toro Rosso's gone round and it's collected a forward. So a racing point of King David has got span in turn one. A forward, I think, hit him as well because he's got front wing damage and lagging all over the place. G-Pole's dropped down to 16th. Sonic Hawk's made a few little impressions up to 15th to 14th.
Oh, there's something happened with G-Pole as well. I think he was involved in that as well. He's now back to P16.
He's fell right back. But as I thought, James Braden P11 already.
Very good start. And James Braden started on the mediums, just as J Dobbo, Ryan Van Doom, and Noah and Forward. But I think Forward will pit already this lap. There's happened! Punch you in here this round!
Oh no, what's happened to Punch in the head now? I'm just going to go down and have a look. He's down right at the back. What's happened? He's got no damage. It looks like he's got turned around. Got turned around, hasn't he? Something's happened there. Definitely got turned around. Not what he wanted. Not what Renault needs, as they are currently 17th and 18th.
And James Braden starting from P15, Noah starting from P16, both are now P10 and P11. So a very good start for these two, both on the mediums indeed. They have a good chance of still getting a very good result out of this race.
They do, but Stockwin is right behind Electro down at the moment as they come into the start-finish straight. Stockwin going to try and lunge down turn one. It's not an easy overtaking place, as I found out against James Hook. It's very difficult, and then obviously Ryan Van Dien went straight past me. But no, we didn't have a look, so he might be waiting till the back straight. No DRS yet. No DRS. It's going to be pure Ferrari grunt against Japanese wings. Wait, that's Yamaha. Innovation, Honda. There you go.
Langfield in the pits as well.
Yeah, so King David, Langveld, and Farwad all in the pits. So they must have all had damage, and Adams climbed himself back up to 15th. Still a long way off from G-Pole in 14th place.
James Braden getting to the overtake around the inside of J Dobbo. Oh, they touch!
That's a little bit of a kiss, wasn't it? I think James Braden outbroke himself as Ryan Van Doom took a bit more of a shallower angle and seemed a bit slower in the corner. And of course, James Braden just overcooked himself and unfortunately gave a bit of a tap as Bundy and Sanchez having a fight further up. So we're both Mercedes in the walls at the moment. Sanchez is going to try to dive the inside. This is not safe there.
No, he was looking for it.
You just don't pass in those areas. You can pass here with this corner, as I did against X Gamer a couple of times. G-Double picks up a penalty. I'm not saying
already.
And Sanchez takes out the marker boards just for good measure. Oh god, there's nearly Ryan Van Doom and he's spinning behind. As Braden is in P9, Oliver picks up a penalty as well. So Braden and G-Double are very close, but obviously they're looking to track down Ryan Van Doom. Runs wide.
Are really close to each other.
But I do believe Braden will get. Is he? Oh wow! Look, can get a move into the inside.
And Adam retires from the session. Understandable.
Because he was slow.
Yeah, he left immediately.
I'm joking, Adam. I'm joking.
James is now the ground the inside, but he doesn't have slipstream now, so he's now making it quite difficult for himself.
The traction. No, I guess DRS open, slips back behind the Ryan Van Doom, and Mercedes will take the McLaren quite easily. They are easily past him. But
indeed, James Braden on to P8.
About breaks himself as well.
It happened something.
And G-Dobbo is going to get past her. Ryan Van Doom is really struggling right now.
The Star is Born has gone past Sanchez for P6.
Well, what's happened to Sanchez? I think Sanchez got a bit scruffy there, to be honest, as Star is Born off break. Which has helped Bundy pull away. But the top 3, top 4, top 5. Yeah, top 5 are still as you are, which is Dantan from Chain Game, from Electro to Stockwin to Bundy. But Bundy has dropped right off from the top 4. It's 2.1 seconds behind. It's really fell away.
And James Braden already up into P8. That is what Champion is going to do. Noah is also making a move on Ryan Van Doom.
Yeah, Ryan Van Doom
very hard.
He's definitely falling away. Really is falling back. And I think poor Oliver's having a bit of a sniff. Yeah, Oliver was very strong here, but also fell away towards the end of the race. Very strong start. Strong racer. Just not had a lot of luck in GP4 right now.
James Braden all over the back of Sanchez already. That's going very fast as well.
James Braden must be totally bored if he wants to start at the back to pass everyone. He's definitely going to have a bit of a bounce back rate, as we'll soon find out in a minute. On board. Can he get Sanchez and a stop born before the chicane, or can he get both by the end of the second chicane? Find out. DRS is open.
Is he gonna get Sanchez?
He's not gonna get it. No, they're gonna get the start. They're gonna get the
foul spot.
They're gonna get the McLaren.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be Sanchez in front of Star is Born, but Star is Born is gonna try and cut it back.
Nah, you can't cut back there. You gotta be clever to do that.
James Braden running quite high downforce, if you ask me. He has difficulties to pass them on the straight. Oh, they're gonna go 3 wide here. Is he gonna be close enough? No, he isn't. He's just waiting. Sanchez now back in front of the Star is Born. And he stays there. Sanchez back into P6.
Yeah, I think the times is that obviously James the mediums and the 2 guys in front are on, so they're going to the corners. You know, James Braden does like running a high downforce regardless of the track. He's one of these guys that might run 11 round Monza for unknown reasons, still keep gear and win. Don't know how, but he does. He can just win.
Chain Game now very close to Dantan. Dantan is in the pit lane.
Dantan has pitted.
So he is probably gonna do soft to mediums. Yes, he is. He gonna go to the mediums?
He is on the mediums. So he must be doing 2 long runs on mediums.
That isn't a bad strategy. I did the same yesterday, and it works.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's very difficult at the moment to understand G as he's lagging very hard. Don't know if he can hear me good, and we have someone who's spun. Sector 1, that's an Alfa Romeo, it's G-Poller! G-Poller lost it in Sector 1. The first
That's okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Beck. Well, Stockwin has gone in front of Electro then.
Stockwin has. He's actually pulled out.
Well, G-Double and Star is Born are fighting as well. G-Double goes very wide. There is Star is Born, gonna have slipstream. But there is Noah behind them as well. He's also looking. Is he gonna try it? It's too far away for both of them. Sanchez got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
I've just noticed
Just
from
as a start ball.
Fawad, he went from mediums, then he went on the hards, and now he's on softs.
What a move of J Double going on the inside there. Stars. Oh, they spun! J Double spun! I don't know
He's
if
had
there
a big
was
spin, and
contact.
he is still spinning as well. Oh dear, it's not what you want to do.
It isn't, and look at the Sonic Hawk in P11 already. While Sanchowicz and Electrodam both in the pits. Chain game, stock win, and Bundy staying out.
Look at that, look who's third and fourth now. The two Mercedes.
It's awesome to see them driving, and I think...
Whoa, Braden goes very wide.
Oh,
Braden's lost it, Braden's spun it, Braden's
No!
backwards.
The champion has
Fawad.
lost it!
Fawad has had a 10-second penalty for ignoring blue flags.
He did. Could you just move
So-
your headphone a little bit further from your mouth, please?
Sorry.
Thank you, mate.
Not bad. So, Fawad, who is...
He's not having a
Last.
good experience today. Yeah, he has
He's
a chain
not.
game behind him, but he's not going out of the way.
He's not moving out of the way. These cars should ghost anyway, so it's not a problem, but it is really, really annoying
It is.
when you have to go through someone's ghost. And Fawad is just glitching and jumping all over the place.
Well, Noah into P4 on those mediums, right behind Mike Bundy. 4.8 seconds behind him.
He is doing really good there, Noah,
He
straight
is.
from behind to do what he is. Obviously, those soft tyres are starting to go, but Fawad is still not moving. Another penalty, but this one is for multiple warnings.
Yeah, Fawad
As
not having a
the
chain
chain
game's going
game
in.
has gone into the pits.
Just as Bundy, Stockwin still staying out. G-Double got again another penalty for multiple warnings. That's
Well, I
his
mean, your
second
softs
one
can
already.
last. Your softs can last, but they're going to be absolutely dead.
Yeah, and you can't push it here in Sector 1 because you're gonna lose it. That's
You
another
are,
fast
Dantan.
lap.
Yeah, because in the fast lap of 39.4. So Dantan has
What is
jumped.
Farwell doing? If please, 5-second penalty now, and then did he crash himself out? I think he did.
Where was that? Whereabouts was that? Sorry.
I see a yellow flag in Sector 2. Oh, he just retired on track.
He's retired on track.
Wow. Yeah, just wow. Dantan, now behind James Braden. 3/10 away. James Braden, of course, who was in P4 but lost it in Sector 1. I don't think he
Yeah,
had damage, but
Dantan.
Dantan is gonna have him easily.
Yeah, Dantan's on fresher tyres. You can tell. Nice shiny tyres. A bit of a tap there. A bit of a little tap between the two of them. Braden's going to be waiting for something else to happen. I'm not sure what he's going to wait for. We do not.
And look, I'm gonna say it again. Look who's looking pretty in P8 and GP2. It is
His Sonic
SFR
Hawk,
Sonic
but
Hawk. He is doing an amazing job.
Electro
at the moment.
Dan. Electro Dan is sniffing him and hunting him down.
Yes. He has to stay calm now because otherwise he's gonna get some penalties defending from Electrodan.
But obviously, those tyres that Sonic's on are going to be absolutely dead. He's moved. He's just going to. Well, no, he's defending. He's defending.
He is. He's not allowing them through.
No, he's not. Electro Dan and Chain Game make me think to themselves, "Move out the way, please, Mr.
Come
GP4
on,
driver."
move. But this is
I
good
think
for Chain Game.
No,
He's not getting it.
Sonic's is still defending. He's
Chain Game on
defending.
the inside. Is Chain Game gonna make a move on Electrodan? Yes, he did. Wow, what move of Chain Game? Wow. No, the touch.
No! Oh no, they both have.
Do they both have damage?
No.
I
They
think Chain Game
do.
has.
Electro Dan has damage as well.
They both have damage.
Oh, Sonic Hawk, you tried and you caused a bit of a crash, mate. Sorry. Oops.
It was looking so good till that moment. I don't know what exactly happened. Now Sanchez is behind Sonic Hawk because it's his teammate, so I reckon he's not defending for him.
I don't think he would, no, but I think Electro Dan and Chain Game are going to be absolutely furious right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. It looks like Sonic Hawk isn't gonna give the place away to his teammate. So,
Oh
no,
goodness
just really
gracious!
fighting.
The Mercedes flying around the back of the both of them, and nearly took out Sanchez at the same time. So Mike Bundy is also hungry. Yeah, Sonic's just like, go on, lads.
Mike Bundy with so much overspeed on Sancho, which unbelievable. Well, Prolova has left the session. He was on P13. Sonic Hawk now gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, so Prolova's now a ghost. Hopefully he comes back into 4-2. Stockwin picks up a penalty. So...
Ooh, Bundy almost braking too late. He's so much faster at the moment than Sansovic. But he is gonna he's have to stay calm behind him. J. Paul also...
He really is.
Whoa. Chain game and Electro Dam, both a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Oh, wow.
At the same time.
But they're still going, they're both not entering the pit, they're both got... Is it both on the same side? Can one... Check, so it's a left front end plate. Starborn picks up penalty in the McLaren. So Electrodan has a front left end plate missing.
Yeah, chain game as well.
So does chain game as well. Oh, they're all picking up penalties.
And Sancho.
Yeah, they both picked up one. So does anyone not have any penalties?
Yeah, it's going very fast penalty-wise.
Look at James Braden. Behind the two McLarens and the Red Bull, they're all fine.
They're going to go 3 wide. Dantan is not having that. Well. No, there was no room there to make a move for Dantan. Oh, can James Braden take 3 places at once here? Imagine that.
He's going to try for one of them. He's going to try for one of them.
He's going to take a Star is Born. But he's going to have a slow Ryan Van Doom. Oh, is he going to try it?
He's going to try both from his con. Both.
What a move from the champion. Passing both McLarens.
The only thing is, they've both got to go past him when he goes into the pit, so all this work that Braden's doing is going to be slightly ruined for too long. A Star is Born has backed off a hell of a lot to Ryan Van Doom.
The only thing is, James Braden still on his first set of tyres, so I think if he wants a chance of winning this race, he has to go for the one-stop.
Stockwin's in, Stockwin's pitted, he's finally coming off those softs.
Is he going to go for the one-stop?
And the McLaren is also pitting in. Electro Dan's pitting in, so looks like he's had enough of that front wing. So Stockwin's gone on to the mediums.
And look who's entered lead.
It's Noah who's leading on 9 lap old mediums, but Dantan 5.6 seconds behind. Stockwin's got some serious speed here today.
Is Dantan gonna bring it home today? I think it would be a major pleasure for him.
It would, wouldn't it? Bundy is, as Prolova drones back, Bundy's right behind Sanchez, down the back straight, so DRS will be flying right open now.
Ooh, G-Double is on the hards, while Electrodan is on the hards as well. So Electrodan on the hard tyres.
Yeah, I think Electrodan realised he can't put another set of mediums on it and ruin his race, so he's going to try hard to the end of the race now. As can Bundy do it? Can Bundy get a decent exit and do it again? A second DRS straight.
He's slow on the straights. But
he pulls out.
ERS, DRS, slipstream, is it gonna be enough? Yes it is!
It is.
Mike Bundy up into P6 again. Fighting all the way through with Sanchowicz.
So Bundy's next target is going to be Ryan Van Doom. Dantan is really eating into Noah's lead. Is now down to 4.5 seconds, so 1 lap has gone down by a second. Wow.
The chain game is keeping the same gap with James Braden, who of course is still on those 9 lap old mediums.
And he's pitting. James Braden is in the pits now.
Is he gonna go onto the hard tyres? I think he is then.
It's an interesting shot. It's mediums.
He's going for a 2-stop. So he will have a very long day today to bring it back up towards the high positions, while Mike Bundy is now all over the blue. Ivan do what a move from Mike Bundy up into P4. And Sanchez is right behind him as well. Is he also going to make a move before the straight down the inside?
Oh, he is. Yes, he is taking it, but this will give Ryan Van Doom DRS. This should give Ryan Van Doom the DRS.
And Ryan Van Doom is looking very quick on the straight. No, he
No,
doesn't get on DRS, but he
RB
has
doesn't get it.
slipstream.
Wow, what slipstream? So
Is it
Ryan
gonna
must
be
be putting
fast?
everything in there.
No, he's not fast enough.
Not even the Fred Flintstone feet could do it.
No, indeed. Star is Born is very close to Langfield. He is having a major overspeed, so he's gonna make a move around the inside. And
That's a nice little easy move, that is. That's a really easy move.
Nothing
That's
like
the easiest move we've seen so far.
And Electrodyne fighting with Sonic Hawk. Again, a little touch between the two gentlemen. But Electrodyne is up at the P12.
We've got G-Pole starting to close down on them as well, who's on the medium tyre.
Starsbomb fighting with G-Double. Please stay clean, guys.
Oh, they are. Oh, that's a bit of a cut there from
that was a big cut of for the corner. But a very good move of Starsbomb. That was great.
And it goes wide. It's
Langfeld struggling on those hards. Because the hards are
struggling.
really bad tyres around here, if you ask me.
They are. They just take absolutely forever to heat up and warm up and obviously dig in. But eventually they do. Stockman puts in the fastest lap with a 38.6 on mediums.
It's Ryan Van Doom going for a 1 or 2 stop. He's going onto the hard tyres as well.
So a lot of them electing to go for a 1 stop in this race. The only one we know doing a 2 stop as it stands is James Braden, who's 10 seconds. He's 10.7
at the moment.
He's got a lot of time to work up to get to Stockwin. A lot of time to gain back.
He does.
I don't know how he's going to do, but he's got a long stint on those medium tyres. A very, very long stint.
I think it's around, if you take the gap between Dan Tan and James Braden, it's around 18 seconds. 18, 19.
Dan Tan is now under 2 seconds behind Noah.
Yeah, Noah's getting troubles on those old mediums. But I think he's not he doesn't want to go into the hards. But
I don't think anyone wants to touch those hards really, but
no.
I still think the 2 stop is faster. I still think going on to another set of softs is the best way to go, and I think Stockwin will do that. I think you will see Stockwin will go onto those soft tyres at the end.
Yeah, I think he did. He was the last. No, James Braden, of course, was the last one of the top 7. But there's quite a big gap between the top 6 and James Braden.
I say Braden's already closed in nearly a second to Stockwin already.
He is really pushing it. Exactly 10 seconds is a gap now.
There's a little battle forward in the back between G-Paul and Ryan Van Doom. As Braden sits in another fastest lap. Wow, he's really
Mike
pushing.
Bundy all over the back of Ching and Wow. Is Ching and Wow still driving with those broken wing? I think he is. Yes, he is.
He's doing well to keep on doing that.
Is Mike Bundy gonna have enough here to make a move? He is gonna have enough. He's gonna try it around the inside of Ching and Wow. And
he does, but here comes Sanchez right behind, and he had to lock a brake.
But Changam has a very good exit of that corner. Now he's having DRS and slipstream. Trying to get it back on Mike Bundy around the outside. Does he have enough speed to already make it? They're defending hard, they're touching a little bit. But Changam defends his position and stays into P3. He's going very wide here though. Mike Bundy just didn't have enough space to make a move already. What a fight this is becoming.
And between all that, we actually missed Dan Tan
is in the lead. That came out of nowhere once again.
3 seconds ago, he's 5.6. 3 laps ago, he's 5.6 seconds behind Noah, and
Double
now
with
it's
his
just
third penalty already. Langfield also getting, I think, his third or on one already.
We'll soon find out near the end of the race. To be honest, there's a lot of penalties being handed out today. Mostly this closest battle between Changame, Bundy, and Sanchez. If you want to talk about tyre strat, guys, I honestly haven't got a clue what they're doing.
Me neither. I think they have so many possibilities to do. They can go on the mediums again, they can go on the softs again, they can go not on the hards anymore. I wouldn't understand
well,
that.
They could do if they wanted to. They can go on to another.
Yeah, they can go on the inside if they want to, but
Noah's done 14 laps on those mediums. I mean, I think I did something similar last night.
Sorry to
Not like
interrupt you, but Sanchez is now having a run on Mike Bundy. So the attacking of Bundy is not gonna pay off for him. So he has Sanchez now. He has to think about defending first before attacking. We have a safety car. Pro
It's
Oliver is
Pro
out of
Oliver.
this
Pro Oliver's
race.
out.
Sector 1.
Pro
Cassidy.
Oliver is out. Yeah, he's lost it coming into the entry of turn 3.
And this is... I don't know if this is good news for Noah. Because he is now, I think, forced to go into the hards. Or for 2-stop.
It's interesting what some of these guys are going to do, because some of them, I mean, this doesn't really do much for the guys, to be honest, because you can't do 40 laps on softs. This hurts James Braden, because he does some mediums, and it's the same. Stockwin can come in and put in another medium. Stockwin's fine because he's on softs. Noah gets a free pit stop here if he actually tries for it. We will find out in a second. If he does go for it, Noah does go in. He will go. He's going in now. There's no way he's going to make those softs last 14 laps. He's a miracle worker. There's Dantan comes in, Chain Games and Bundy's and Sanchez is in. Stockwin has stayed out.
Where is Noah going on to? He's going on to the softs. So will
that's
it be
a risky
1 or
move.
2-stop?
Braden has also come in as well. James Braden has come in.
I think he's also going for the
Mercedes, the Mercedes is double stacked. The Mercedes is double stacking. So Braden is also going for the softs.
Very interesting here.
Hearts
for Chingham and Electro then.
They must have
Chingham
no
and
fresh
Sanchowicz.
tyres. They've got no fresh tyres. Electrodan has stayed out, so they must have no fresh tyres left. They've got no fresh tyres.
2 times on the softs is faster than 1 time on the hards, to be fair.
They've got no. I bet they've got no fresh tyres. They can't have any fresh tyres left. This is why they're doing it. They've got no fresh tyres.
Dantan and Mike Bundy are in pole position to win this race because they're on fresh mediums.
I say James Braden's going to suffer a lot.
He will.
After this, he will really suffer. Obviously, we still have King David still rolling around at the back of the back somewhere, so this is going to help him out to catch everyone up. So, but he must be get a free. He's going to get a free pit stop as well, but he's going to make sure he doesn't get lapped by everyone as well. To be honest, so close, so close.
We have a top 5 now with all different tires choices.
That's right. So there's 2 guys on the softs, which is James Braden in 9th and Noah in 3rd. They're going to have one hell of a tough time on those softs. Then you got 4 guys on mediums. You got sorry, not mediums. We'll talk about hards. And King David did not go in the pits. King David has not pitted. So there's 4 guys on hards. You've got Ryan Doom in 8th on 3 lap older hards. Electro Dan with 5 lap older hards in 5th. You got Chain Game and Sanchez who are on fresh hards. They are gonna suffer big time when this safety car end finishes. As I mentioned, Noah and Breda are on the softs. Everyone else is on mediums. Now Stockwin is not on fresh mediums. He's on 5 lap old mediums. And then you have the man right at the back, which is King David, on 12 lap old mediums. So maybe King David thinks he can go to the end of the race on these mediums, but don't know why he didn't take the chance to pit.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to catch up the safety car really quick, so he has time to do it.
No, he's not running very fast either. He's not really pushing that racing point to the max. So
12 lap old mediums already, so there's no way he can go till the end.
There's not a hope in hell, so... I would have pit. I would have come in and put on a different set of tyres. He hasn't even caught them up. In fact, I think he's dropping back off, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what...
He is actually dropping away. He's falling back. He's not catching them up at all.
Yeah, he's saving all his ERS.
But he's not... Now he comes
going into the pits. But I think the safety car is not going to wait on him anymore then.
I'm not surprised why he didn't come in first time, unless he just totally forgot and had to do another lap.
Softs then on new mediums. Going on new mediums.
He's going on new mediums, so he must have already done the softs. Well, he did have that spin at the start, didn't he? So that could have been the reason why. But I suppose King David does get a slight advantage, even though he's not going to catch the pack up because they're well ahead. He can literally go full pelt now, warm these tyres up like crazy.
He can, but yeah, safeguards in his lap, so there's no point. He's not going to catch
So
up.
he's not going to catch up, but he will have fresher tyres when he does get round there. As we now go into stock, he's now going to effectively beat the second car.
You're lagging very hard again, G.
The joys of internet.
But those 4 guys on the hards will really have to watch out in Sector 1 because they will have quite cold tires. If they starting to push in Sector 1 already, they're gonna lose it.
This restart is going to be interesting. I think I need to watch out for
Noah
Noah.
and James Braden gonna do on those softs? They're gonna try to go till the end, or they're gonna go for a 2-stop.
We'll soon find out. I'm jumping
Questions.
with no answers. Find out
Not
at the
yet.
end of this race.
Find out.
Next season, where everyone is. So there will be a massive. As we mentioned, there was going to be a huge wait for next season. There we go. Where's Braden?
Is restarting the race with Dantan behind him. Noah got a very good run on Dantan. It's not close enough. My Bundy seems to have missed start a little bit. What's going to happen in Sector 1? Ravandu with a 3-second time penalty.
Braden's going to try the inside of him. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, Star is Born has got him.
1.
A Star is Born has jumped James Braden.
Wow. Oh, there's Sanchowicz.
Pete Dobbo again going into James Braden and Dobbo again having a bit of a battle. As James Braden is trying to fend off Sanchowicz at the moment.
Yeah, Sanchowicz on the hard. He didn't have enough heat in the tires to brake, I think, and he lost it. So he is now back into P10. Dantan has entered the lead of this race. And James Braden touches with Ryan Van Doom. Oh,
they do.
He's now past him.
I think James Braden's getting tired of these McLarens because both of them were lying the stern. It looked like they were blocking him. I think he's getting tired of that now. The McLarens always seem to be in front of him. He's been seeing those all season long. And I think he just wants to get past them ASAP and hunt down Chain Game and Electro Dan as well.
Seems like Stockwin is quite struggling on those older mediums already. Now Noah on fresh softs, of course, right behind him.
But Noah needs to take advantage of these softs because they're not going to last for much longer. He might have another 3-4 laps in him, and that's
not
it.
Many more. Sanchowicz is falling back. Sanchowicz is back in the pit lane. I think he's going back on mediums.
He might be ditching those tyres.
No, he needs a new front wing. He touched with someone and then going onto the softs. So probably there happened something on the restart. Electro down losing some positions on the hards.
Yeah, he's falling back now.
James is on the King David is out of the race.
Oh, there's a spinner. Electro Dan span. Electro Dan is round, so I think he's had contact with James Braden.
King David retired on track.
I think Electro Dan's had a touch with James Braden, which has made him spun round. Let's hope Electro Dan can pull this back. Let's see, 8-lap old hard. They should be warmed up enough now, but those rears are going to be mighty toasty at the moment.
Seems like Noah is not fast enough on the straight to get close enough to Stockwin. And Mike Bunny is now trying to close up to these guys. Mike Bunny, of course, on fresh mediums. But it seems like Dan 10 has control over this race. 2.3 seconds ahead already of the pack.
Yeah, and I say Noah's still hunting down Stockwin. He has to get past him.
Rather
Bundy nearly goes into the back. The chain game is still on the back of these guys, you know. He's not letting them get away.
He's staying with them on the hard tires. Dantan with the fastest lap of the race with a 37.6. What a lap of Dantan. It's almost faster than some guys in quali, I think, on softs. That's crazy how much Dantan hard or armor lagging, I don't know.
Everything's clear on my end.
It's probably my connection then for a moment, so sorry for this. Guys, your double goes very wide there. Has a little bit of a bump. Langford's got
Bundy,
trying
careful.
to do it very, very smart, but it's just not giving enough at the moment.
Noah's not taking advantage of those soft tyres.
Is Mike Bundy gonna make a move on Noah? It seems like it. Is he gonna outbrake him? He's not gonna try it.
That was kind of a vicious move to get back onto the racing line as well. Darted back into it.
Langfield and Jet Double fighting once again. Jet Double locks up a little bit. And now also J Polo is gonna try it. J Polo has turned wide. Sonic Hawk. Oh! For a moment I thought Sonic Hawk was going into the wall there. Chain Game Wow with another 3-second penalty. This could be the end of Chain Game Wow's race. But he's still behind these guys.
Oh, a little touch, another touch there between G-Pol and Sonic Hawk. They're still fighting. No, that's still G-Pol's.
Back in front, and A Star is Born is now in front of Chain Game. Wow, that came out of nowhere as well.
So many position changes at the moment. We're struggling to keep up.
It is. It's very hard for us at the moment.
And I missed all that, but no, we got past Stockwin.
He did, and the gap is now falling down again to Dantan. But
we're missing all the good
already
stuff.
on 5-lap-old softs. So those softs are going to be dead now already.
Yeah, I thought maybe Stockwin's obviously feeling that those tyres are dying off already and must be realising he should have pitted, but
yeah,
Stockwin picks up a penalty as well. And Bundy
is all over
hunting him down. Look at the train behind Stockwin.
He's on the softs, of course.
Look at the train behind Stockwin right now.
Yeah, for once it's not behind Chain Game.
It's like the 2012
He's gonna
European
try around
Grand
the
Prix.
inside, Mike Bundy.
Oh, that's a bit of a
move. Oh, there's also the McLaren. Why a move of A Star is Born? Unbelievable.
Where did that come from?
2 in 1. They're now fighting with 4 cars. Is Chain Game gonna try it on Mike Bundy? Doesn't seem like it. The Stars Born has now been passed again by Stockwin. They have 5 cars fighting for that last podium position.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Do you know what these 5 cars remind me of right now? And it is the 2012 European Grand Prix of Valencia. Yeah. But it wasn't 5 cars, it was 8.
This
or 9.
is crazy to watch. All these cars fighting for one position.
I think those 9 cars back in Valencia were fighting for second.
Still Chain Game, all those cars also.
Chain Game's going for it. Chain Game's going for it.
Move from Chain Game.
Wow.
And now Bundy, James Braden has also passed them. James
Braden's going for it as well.
And now Chain Game goes wide. I hope he doesn't touch with Bundy. He doesn't. Oh, they lost it! The Stars Born and Stockwin crashed into each other.
Oh no! Stars Born got damage. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh,
it
wow.
ends in tears for these guys. The Stars Born with a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
He did, yeah. He just went straight over the grass to rejoin at the chicane.
And both Ferraris touching now. Don't do a Brazil 2019, please. Seems like they're trying to do it. Jesus.
I know these two guys. Let's say
Doom is also gonna try it. On G Double touches the back of his.
What are these guys
doing?
No,
it's getting nasty around here. Chain Game now over fighting with James Braden for the last podium position. Chain Game comes to track. He didn't have. What is happening?
Everyone's in for 3rd place. Everyone's having a fight for 7th. And the 2 Ferraris. Oh my God!
There's 2 Ferraris are trying to crash each other off track at this rate. Unbelievable.
What is going on?
I see Amplace flying in the background to the
G-Pol. No, G-Pol has saved it. He has got damage. He's lost his front left end plate. Wow, it's all kicking off in the final few laps.
James Braden back into the pits.
Oh no, why is that? Why is he in the pits?
Because his softs won't go till the end.
Is he going to put another set? He's going to put another set on.
He's going for a 2-stop. Is Noah going to do the same then? Because he's not getting closer to Danton anymore. Chain Game Wow now in 3rd on those hards, but he has Mike Bundy behind him on mediums.
He does. Bundy's closing up, but he's keeping the gap. Chain Game's doing well on those hard tyres, even though he's falling away. from Noah, who's starting to drift. Sonic Hawk picks up another penalty as well. So James Braden
with
down in
DRS.
12th.
Is he gonna make a move into P3? He's gonna try it inside of Chain Game. Wow, is he gonna make a move or not? Seems like he did. Chain Game trying to cut it back.
Gonna try and fight back.
Trying to get it back. Oh, he doesn't have the better exit, I think. Mike Bundy had a very good traction out of that corner, but he has so much overspeed. Jesus, I think Chain Game is really running without any wings.
Oh, they've had a bit of a tap. That was a bit of a big love tap.
Yeah,
that was.
Once again, these cars are really fighting till death. Unbelievable. And Noah is now falling away from Dantan and again.
He really is. Dantan's got control of this race right now as Bundy and Chain Game are falling further behind the pair of them.
Of course, the longer they keep fighting, also the mediums of Mike Bundy won't be as good anymore. And I think the halves still need to become on their best.
Be interested to see what Braden does here. In one lap alone, he's closed in down to 4 seconds from Sonic Hawk.
That's crazy. J. Paul with another 3-second time penalty. I think this is a race with the most penalties of the season. It's unbelievable.
There's going to be that, isn't there? I mean, who's going to be the first one to get disqualified from this race here?
Yeah, hopefully no one.
But that's what we don't want.
Yeah, it's looking like that. To be fair with all you guys, and I think Chain Game now lost momentum. 7/10 behind Mike Bundy. Electro down with a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, he picks one up. I forgot about Danny's lumbering there, just on the edge of the points.
13-lap-old Hart.
He's going to get swallowed up because Braden's just entered the picture, so Braden can have these 3, 4, 5 cars. Possibly the next couple of laps, so James Braden can still...
very close to Jay Poller. He's now going to try it on the inside for P9. On those old hearts, is he going to make a move? Doesn't seem like it. Jay Poller is defending that very well.
He has got it, but because all these guys are fighting, James Braden in one lap alone gained 4 seconds on Sonic Hawk.
Electrodan back about the outside, they touch the wheels. Now it seems like Electrodan has made a move. Not yet, Jay Poller is fighting that back, they touch again. And Sonic Hawk touches the back of Jay Poller. Whew.
I guess who's at the back of that queue now?
It's Mr. James Braden, it's Mr. Champion. He's going to try it on the inside on Sonic Hawk. Sonic Hawk's not going to defend that. That's very clear from
Sonic
him.
Hawk's got damage. Sonic Hawk's got damage. He's got a...
He's right as well, so that's another place for James Braden. Into P10 now.
I think G Paul's got some damage as well, if we have a look.
We're on board with James Braden because he is driving as a rocket. On those softs against all those old hearts, 2 old hearts in front of him now. He's gonna make DRS. ERS.
ERS. There's no DRS in the first corner.
That is another place. Chain Game with another penalty. That's done for him. That's podium done for Chain Game. Wow. James Braden now on the back of Ryan Van Doom. Is he already gonna make a move? He's looking for it. He doesn't do it yet. He's gonna wait till the straight, or till this corner, of course.
No, or just through here. That all depends. So, did he get ahead? Was he ahead? Ryan Van Doom. Will Braden get the DRS, or will it go to Ryan Van Doom?
Braden doesn't get DRS.
Ryan Van Doom.
But Ryan Van Doom has Electrodam behind him. Electrodam is gonna fight him around the inside. And I think Ryan Van Doom cannot do anything about that. He's trying to brake later, but that is position gone for Ryan Van Doom, who's still into P10, so he's still doing quite a good job. Electrodan goes wide in the next corner, so Ryan Van Doom has a run on him again.
Whew.
It is the fight of the older hard tires at the moment, but Electrodan keeps the position. And James Braden now 2.9 behind stock wins.
Chain Game is still keeping Mike Bundy very honest.
But Chain Game has, I think, already 3-second time penalties.
3, 9, 12. Someone's got a lot of penalties here, so this is going to be interesting at the end of the race.
Everyone got a lot of penalties, so maybe even a Stars Born can win. But
maybe, yeah, possibly. He might still win this, even though he's 15 seconds behind Sanchez.
Maybe that's a little bit too much then.
Talking about James Braden, and he just cut that time down in half. He's only 1.1 seconds behind Stockwin right now. Well, we don't know. James Braden might still get a podium yet.
Yeah, it's 7 seconds from Langfield to Chain Game, then it's 3 seconds from Langfield to Dubbo. He's gonna. It's only 3 laps remaining. I don't think he's gonna get close enough to take a podium.
No, he has a Sonic. Oh, it's not that Sonic's podium chance gone. He's just picked another.
And Noah, are these tires gonna survive, or is he gonna get a puncture? Still 3 laps to go. He's on 10 lap old softs already.
How are they still going? We saw this on Monday night as Energy Dan tried to do it and then eventually lost
everyone
it.
was starting to spin from lap 10.
I mean, you made the clever thing by just going to the pit and changing him.
And Noah still needs to go 3 more laps after lap 10. So he is gonna struggle so much in sector 1, in sector 3. Stockwell with another 3-second penalty. What a race to end the season of SFR. Because this is the last race of season 6, I think. I don't think
it is the last race. There's no. I don't think there is a race tomorrow, but there is still the classics on Friday.
There is.
Which I'm going to be in.
I'm not.
No, you gave up after Germany.
I hate Germany.
Braden now into 6th place.
And he's fighting now with Dubbo.
Oh, Dubbo, yeah. No,
Dubbo is an aggressive fighter, we know that, but there's nothing he can do about that. Man, Chingam goes ahead of Mike Bundy again. So
those mediums must be dying off now. Those mediums must be dying.
But what do you have to say about the 11 lap old soft Noah then? I still don't know how he's doing it. I really don't know how he is managing his tyres to go 11 laps on softs in Abu Dhabi.
I have no idea. We just don't know how on earth he's doing it. I mean...
He could have gone soft to mediums, if he wanted to.
He could have indeed. I mean, but he's falling so far behind Dantan. Chain Game's only 3.3 behind. He's pulled out half a second somehow on Bundy already. Yeah, but Braden is only... I think Braden can do this. It's going to be very close. Only a couple laps left to go. He's 2.4 behind Langfeld.
He still can take P5, but it's not going to be more than that on track because we don't know the penalties. It's going to be a massive shuffle, I think, on the end.
It's going to be proper stupid, isn't it? I mean, could you believe it though? It's
Ryan Van Doorn with another one. When you talk about them,
penalties, guys, we lost the point. We don't know who's got what anymore. We don't know who's got what.
We lost it by the 20th penalty. We lost it.
I think we lost it on lap 1 when it all went crazy.
And now it looks like Mike Bundy is losing the grip a little bit of Chain Game. Double with another penalty.
Jeez. I think Braden should get Langfeld. Braden will get Langfeld.
He will, easily.
So it's a good recovery drive from Braden. I don't think that's what he wanted. I think he wanted a bit more.
It was a crazy race.
It was a very normal race. Really is crazy. Dantan, the right strategy, did everything correct.
1.9. Noah having a puncture. Noah is yellow in sector 1. It is Stockwin is out of this race.
Stockwin, what's happened to Stockwin?
He lost in sector 1.
Oh no.
Look to the gap. Noah is losing it. Only 1.8 anymore. That's 1.8 seconds on less than half a lap.
Yes.
Those softs are really dead. Is he gonna maintain a podium in his first race in SFR? It's gonna be very difficult. Of course, we know Chingam has a lot of penalties. I don't think Noah has a lot of. I think Noah has 1, for what I remember. James Braden now in front of Langfield. So he's gonna finish the P5 on track
as well. Yeah, I think so with P5. It's too far behind to really make any more inbounds, but there's still a fair bit of the track to go, so we don't know. He might close in a little bit further, but we need to go to Dantan because he's on his final lap.
What a dominant drive of Dantan today.
Well, see, Braden could still do it. Braden could still pick up some, but yeah, I say Noah. Can Noah last one more lap?
So difficult for him. Only 1.2 seconds. He has to try and keep Chingam out of that DRS for the first straight. Then it is possible because in sector 3 it's difficult to overtake.
I made the softs last round Brazil. I don't think you can do it here.
One more lap for Noah. Chain Game is in.
I don't think so. He's inside. Chain Game's well inside. Chain
But
game will
once
have.
again, chain game has a lot of penalties. What is gonna be the outcome of this race? Noah's trying to defend it, but there's nothing he can do about it. Chain game just fly past him on those old hards.
Which has still got a lot more grip.
Oh yeah. Mike Bundy, is Mike Bundy also gonna take Noah? I think he's too far away. Noah's gonna finish his first race and that's far in third. On track. We know who's gonna win. It is a very dominant performance of the Red Bull of Dantan, who just did, I think, the perfect race in these circumstances.
He did. As he comes from the final few corners, like I say, Dantan is just purely dominated by the guy next to me who did the same thing. He's just pure dominance. And sometimes in a race you just love to see a dominant victory.
Dantan gets the fireworks. Dantan wins the last race of Season 6. And then who is gonna be P2 and P3? We have yellow in Sector 3. I don't know what's happening there. We're gonna see it. Chingham finishes P2 on track. It's gonna be Noah in P2. Mike Bundy in P3. Chingham loses this podium. James Braden is gonna finish
what's
in
happened
P5.
to Braden? What's happened to Braden?
Langfield finishes in P6. Jet Dobber is gonna finish in P7, but he has a lot of penalties, so Ectordan I think is gonna take that. Someone crashed at Jet Polo! Jet Polo went into the wall on the last lap.
Oh, goodness
Is
me.
Sonic gonna finish in the points?
I think he is, you know.
Also, Sonic has a lot of penalties. Is he gonna remain there? Is he gonna remain there? He remains it!
Yes, he
Sonic
is.
Hawk takes points in GP2. What a race! Unbelievable. What we saw today, I think, was one of the best races I ever saw in my entire life. Really.
That was crazy.
It was unbelievable.
That's absolutely bonkers. Good grief.
Yeah, I'm out of breath. Out of breath. Oh, Jesus.
That was a race of incidents, strange tactics, multiple tyre changes, multiple penalties as always. Wow. What a race.
A race. It is Dantan who wins the race in front of Noah, who finishes P2 in his first race starting from P16. Watch this man next season because I really think he can be a contender for a title in any division. Mike Bundy finishes in P3, Chingham in P4, James Braden in P5, Langfield in P6, Electrodan in P7, J Double in P8, Sandwich in P9. Sonic Hawk takes his points in GP2, finishing in P10. And it's Ryan Van Doom, G Polar, Star is Born, Stockwin, King David, Pro Oliver, Forward, and Punch You in Heat rounds off the grid. We're gonna invite the top 3 to the party to have a word with them. Yeah, we need a few words, I think. More than a few. After that race, it's unbelievable. So sorry for the blue screen, guys. I'm inviting the top 3 of today's race. It was madness indeed. I just don't have the PSN of Noah, I think. I'm just gonna try to find him. Is Noah still in the session? No, he isn't. Um, Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to invite Noah to the party as he finished in P2, of course. Yeah, I cannot find him, so I think he already left the session as well, so yeah, I'm gonna invite the top 3 of the standings as well. We have Mike Bundy already who joined us for the chat, so welcome Mike. Congratulations on your podium to start with. And we also have Dan Tan who joined us.
Yo yo.
Just waiting on Chain Game to join us as he was third in the championship, of course. And then we're also gonna invite James Braden. Luckily that was off stream. Do you have James as a friend, G? Could you propose him to invite?
I've got to, because I want to ask him what the hell he was playing at.
So we're gonna start with the winner of today, Dantan. That was about time, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was about time.
I think
Finally,
yeah,
nothing going against me this race, so...
Yeah, I think
good.
that was a very dominant drive of you.
Yeah.
It was quite a crazy race for us as commentator. It was all the time battling. And you had some good battles as well for yourself. Then after the last safety car, it seems like you just run away with it.
Yeah, I was behind 2 McLarens there after going into the pits, after overtaking James Braden, and they were slowing me up big time. Almost went into the back before the main straight, but saved it. And from there on in, it was just being careful, really.
You also didn't pick up too many penalties, as we saw a lot of guys did. Were you struggling? Were you struggling with the car at the end or not?
No, it was nice at the end. It was I was going to pit 12, 11 laps before the finish anyway, so it suited me well when the safety car came out. So it was just, yeah, it was just nice.
Yeah, once again, congratulations with a very, very good performance today.
Thank you.
Then going on to Mike Bundy.
Hello.
Mike, after winning the Constructors' Championship last week, finally that podium for you. You must feel really happy.
Yeah, I was quite surprised actually. I got the podium, but yeah, podium to start the season, podium to end. Don't know what happened in the middle.
Yeah, it was like, I think, a season for you with a lot of ups and downs. Of course, you had a great teammate next to you, you also won the Constructors together with him. But I think it always feels good to like have a good ending of the season and going on to the next one then.
Yeah, it was definitely a good way to finish the season, and some good battles tonight. Me and Chain Gang, we're going full on, so that was nice. That was a good way to end the season, I think.
It was. Once again, congratulations with your podium. G, do you have any questions for the first and third of the race?
I'm so glad I don't race in your league. I mean, seriously. You were literally trying to fight everyone.
I was not letting. Well, gloves are off. No championships left. You gotta give it all in the last race on this game before the new one. So
it is. And looks like Dantan had fun. Eventually, I think after that safety car, it gets past Noah, and that's it. Dan was gone. That was it. No one saw him again. Must be nice to get a dominant victory at times.
So I think that is it for the race interview. Then going on to Chain Game, who finished third in the championship. First of all, you had quite a busy race.
Yeah, it was quite busy. When at the beginning of the race, then struggled on softs, and I felt I had much more to give. And when I made my first pit stop, Sonigo lifted off too early, which got me wing damage, and then all my hopes for the win was gone. As I had to pay for it, so I was quite disappointed. Could have better with then. The safety car, first of all, I was happy with. Then, not happy as I could go on to the medium. I could go to the soft, but I didn't thought I will make it to the end. So I'll put it onto the hard, and for my surprise, it was a very good tire. I had a very good pace on. I had a fun battle with a friend of me in the McLaren stock not something, and Bunny pretty much the whole race. And it was quite good fun, and thought Bundy would run away, but I could stay with him, and at the end I could get that Belgian guy at the end. Overall good race, but could have won. So I'm quite happy with my race.
Yeah, you were one of the guys that was struggling quite hard with track limits. I think you picked up 3 or 4 penalties. I think that cost you the podium today. Was it the tires, or were you just like pushing it too much?
With my first penalty, I was pushing too much, and also I had also dirty air, and of course the free I got was mostly of pushing too hard, as obviously the hard is a slower tire, and I had a very low drag setup. And in sector 3 that's more difficult than the other two. That's probably where it comes from. Mostly if I get a penalty I push way too hard.
So that is it for Chain Game. I don't know, did a champ join us already?
I don't think he has now.
No. Also Jay Bogan didn't join us. So I think that is it for season 6 of SpeedForce Racing. Before we're gonna end the stream, to all these guys, what are you gonna do next season? Are you gonna drive? Are you planning to move up a division, or you want to stay in GP2? So starting with Chain Game.
I'm quite unsure. I've sometimes reserved in a plan where I have good pace at, but pretty much none of them are in that. And I maybe stay in GP2 to maybe fight for the championship and try to be more consistent.
Mike Bundy, what are you gonna do next season?
Probably GP2, hopefully. I don't think I've got the pace unless obviously I get dramatic upturn in pace for next game. So hopefully GP2.
Now what about the winner of today, Dantan? After such a performance, I think the other guys are gonna kill you if you're gonna say you stay.
Depends on if I'm racing, if I have the time. I'm getting a little baby girl this summer, so.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. But I have to see if I have time. I will race. So, but then I will probably go GP2, I think.
All right. That's it for season 6. We don't know when we're gonna back. We're gonna be back Friday for the classics, of course. But for the other divisions, for the normal races, we're gonna get back on a new game, and when that's gonna be, you're gonna know that on Facebook, you're gonna know that on Twitter. I want to thank my co-host for today. It was a pleasure as always to be together with my teammate, of course. Maggie, thank you for joining me.
Not a problem at all. And you guys, awesome racing today. GP2 as always, just throw some massive surprises. Shame we couldn't get Braden in here because I want to know what the hell was going through his head to not qualify.
He was doing the Champions Challenge where he was trying to go from the back of the grid.
Well, he went to the back of the grid a fair few times. So
But guys,
yeah,
that is it for season 6 of SpeedForce Racing. I want to thank everyone who watched this season, everyone who participated in this season, everyone, all the commentators, all the viewers, everyone that is involved with this league. Thank you, Lee, for hosting it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And as always, see you for the next time. Bye-bye.